Welcome. Ever wonder how medications, food, and cosmetics are made safely? That's where cGMP comes in. It stands for Current Good Manufacturing Practices. These are regulations enforced by agencies like the FDA to ensure quality. The C is key. It means manufacturers must use current, up-to-date technologies and systems. Think of it like this: using Windows 95 to run a modern business. It's outdated and won't meet today's challenges. Compliance isn't optional, it's the law. Failure can mean recalls, hefty fines, and a damaged brand image, and ultimately affect consumer safety and trust. Let's dive into facility design. A compliant facility begins with layout. Think about flow visualization. A good design prevents raw materials from ever crossing paths with finished products. Visually imagine animated arrows showing a linear production flow. Now picture this. A bad facility might have open windows, cracks in the floor, or equipment crammed together, making thorough cleaning impossible. Compare that to a good facility. Seamless, non-porous flooring eliminates bacterial harbors. Proper ventilation systems control air quality and prevent cross-contamination. Controlled access limits who can enter production areas, minimizing the risk of introducing contaminants. Proper design also considers clean-in-place, or CIP, systems. These automated systems clean equipment without disassembly, reducing human error. Also, think about placement of drains. Are they designed to prevent backflow and contamination? Even the lighting matters. Adequate lighting makes it easier to spot potential issues during cleaning and inspections. Let's talk personal hygiene, a huge cGMP deal. Imagine a split screen. On one side, someone's rocking a watch, rings, and no hair note, a big no-no. On the other, a worker in a full cleanroom suit, following all protocols. Think about it. Jewelry can harbor bacteria, like Staphylococcus aureus, and loose hair? Contamination risk. We need to minimize foreign material getting into our product. So, what are the rules? First, hand washing, a surgical scrub really. We're talking warm water, antibacterial soap, scrubbing for at least 20 seconds. Think happy birthday twice. Then, hair and beard nets are a must, no stray strands allowed. Clean, dedicated uniforms are key too. And the no jewelry policy? Absolutely crucial. It's not just about hygiene. Jewelry can also damage equipment. Remember, cGMP is about creating a safe and consistent product, and that starts with clean personnel. Now, let's zero in on equipment. It's not enough to just have the right machines. cGMP demands meticulous maintenance. Think calibration, ensuring your instruments provide accurate readings. For example, if a scale is off, your ingredient ratios are wrong, potentially leading to a bad batch. Exactly. And material matters. Equipment must be constructed from non-toxic substances. Imagine using a reactive metal in contact with a food product. That's a contamination nightmare. Plus, those dreaded dead spots. These are areas like crevices or poorly designed joints where bacteria can thrive. Regular, validated cleaning protocols are vital. We use standard operating procedures, SOPs, for everything, right? Well, that includes equipment maintenance. These SOPs should detail inspection schedules, cleaning methods, and even lubrication requirements using food-grade lubricants. Think of it like this: well-maintained equipment equals consistent product quality. If your machinery is sputtering and unreliable, your final product will reflect that. Consistent product equals a happy customer. cGMP's why is protecting consumers. Process controls are your recipe for success. Every batch, every product must be made the same way. That's where standard operating procedures, or SOPs, come in. Think of an SOP like a detailed instruction manual. For example, a sanitation SOP might start with put on your PPE, gloves, mask, and eye protection. Then it would detail the exact steps for cleaning equipment, specifying the type and concentration of cleaning agents, maybe a 70% isopropyl alcohol solution with a 10-minute contact time. The SOP also dictates how to verify the cleaning. A visual inspection is key. You could even use ATP swabs to measure adenosine triphosphate levels, a direct measure of biological residue, aiming for under 100 RLU, relative light units. Consistency is paramount. Why? Because inconsistencies lead to recalls. Strict adherence to SOPs ensures that every single item is manufactured the exact same, mitigating risks and maintaining product integrity. That's cGMP in action. Let's talk documentation, the unsung hero of cGMP. Think of it as the golden rule. If it isn't written down, it didn't happen. No matter how diligently you clean that tank or calibrated that scale, if it's not documented, an auditor will assume it wasn't done. And that means trouble. We're talking recalls, fines, the works. Now, for years, that meant paper logs. But in 2026, the FDA is pushing for digital transformation. Electronic records are the future. Think of it. Data automatically time-stamped, user-authenticated, and securely stored. But it's not just about going paperless. These systems need to be rock solid. We're talking audit trails that meticulously track every change and electronic signatures that are legally binding. Traceability is key. You need to be able to pinpoint exactly who did what, when, and why. It's about accountability and transparency. That's how you build trust. Let's talk digital transformation in cGMP. By 2026, expect even greater scrutiny of electronic record keeping. Think about it. Paperless logs offer incredible efficiency. Absolutely, but only if done right. We're talking secure systems, robust audit trails, and validated processes. The FDA wants to see that your electronic records are just as, if not more, trustworthy than paper. Consider electronic signatures. They need to be unique to each user, time-stamped, and linked to the specific record. It's not just about convenience, it's about accountability and data integrity. Your system needs to prevent unauthorized access, alteration, or deletion of data. Think of it like securing a bank vault, but for your manufacturing data. Exactly. Plus, transitioning to paperless isn't just a one-time switch. It requires thorough validation to ensure the electronic system accurately captures and processes data. A validated system ensures data output equals F of data input plus error, with the error being negligible. Finally, remember training. Everyone on your team needs to be proficient in using the new digital systems and understand their role in maintaining data integrity. In 2026, cGMP isn't just about your facility, it's about your entire supply chain. Think of it as extending your clean room all the way back to where your raw materials originate. This means supplier verification programs are crucial. You need to prove your suppliers are following GMP too. Visually, imagine a supply chain map. Raw material source, like a farm, then a processing plant, then transportation, and finally your facility. At each step, there's a verification point. That verification involves audits, testing, and documentation reviews. Consider water, for example. You need documented proof that the water used by your supplier meets the same purity standards you use. It's about risk assessment too. High-risk ingredients demand more rigorous verification. Think allergen control or ensuring no cross-contamination occurs at the supplier's facility. And remember, it's current GMP. Supplier verification programs aren't a one-time thing. They need to be ongoing, adapting to changes in your supply chain and potential risks. Looking ahead to 2026, a major cGMP focus is sanitary design, specifically clean-in-place or CIP systems. Traditional sanitation can be a source of human error. Someone might miss a spot, use the wrong concentration of cleaner, or not leave it on for the correct contact time. CIP minimizes these risks. Think of a network of pipes and spray nozzles built directly into your equipment. These systems automatically circulate cleaning and sanitizing solutions without dismantling the machinery. Visuals will show this in action. CIP effectiveness hinges on several factors. Flow rate, often measured in gallons per minute, ensures proper surface contact. The formula? Flow rate equals volume divided by time. Get it wrong, and the cleaning suffers. Solution concentration is also crucial. Too weak, and it's ineffective. Too strong, and you risk residue. Accurate measurement using calibrated equipment is essential. And finally, temperature. Many sanitizers work best at specific temperatures. Think of it as reaction kinetics. Higher temperature, faster cleaning. This all ties back to reducing the risk of contamination and ensuring product safety. So why go through all this trouble with cGMP? It's more than just following a checklist. It's about protecting people. Think about recalls. Devastating for both consumers and the company's reputation. Exactly. A robust cGMP program, especially with supplier verification programs, reduces the risk of contaminated or unsafe products reaching the market. Consider the cost of a recall, potentially millions of dollars in lost revenue, legal fees, and damage to brand image. That's why adherence is key. And don't forget the ethical side. Our job in manufacturing is to create products that are safe and effective. cGMP, with its focus on current best practices like digital traceability and sanitary design, think CIP systems that prevent human error, helps us fulfill that responsibility. Documentation is also important. Absolutely. Remember the golden rule. If it isn't written down, it didn't happen. Accurate records, now increasingly electronic and secure, are crucial for tracing any issues back to their source. Ultimately, cGMP isn't just about rules. It's a commitment to quality, safety, and consumer trust.